anybody ever heard of the Great War?
Yes.
Is that World War One?
Yes.
World War I.
Perfect. Now, does anybody know what countries are involved in World War One?
The whole
Or in
world.
like the gist of it?
England,
England.
France,
Okay.
Germany,
I can tell you how it
Russia,
started.
America.
There's many causes to the start of the
Yes.
war.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you guys can just look at the first cartoon, take 15 seconds. Just wonder about what's the symbolism behind it.
It's unbelievable.
Any thoughts? Any ideas what it could possibly mean?
You see? Can somebody go get Clayton? Because this thing is dead.
Sam's cutting a tree.
Look
Okay.
at the
And it's
battery.
creating business for America.
Okay. Now, what's in the background?
Europe.
Wow.
What do you
Europe
think that?
is on the other side of
Nick,
the fence.
excuse me?
Europe's on the other side of the fence.
Good. No, what do you think that represents?
We're a whole ocean apart.
Okay. But in the back, you see smoke, you see flames. What can that possibly mean? Okay.
So we are in our own house trying to get our things good because Europe is going crazy.
Okay, let me clear it up for you. You want something to say, Nick?
I was gonna say that America's prospering from the war while Europe is being destroyed.
Very good. Now that goes to our topic. The reasons American entrance into 1914 World War One. As you can see, during the years of 1914 to 1917, the United States believed in a policy of neutrality. They tried to stay away from the war, no intervention. But of course, as you know, the U.S. was slowly dragged in. As you can see in this cartoon, the United States prospered from the war. And the value of U.S. exports by 1914 was $824 million to the Allies and $169 million to the Central Powers. As you can see in the cartoon, business, manufacturing, everything began to boom.
Look at the battery.
If you could go to the next cartoon, please. Take 10 seconds, just think about what did it represent. Andrew?
Okay, looking at it, I at first saw that this guy is standing on a boat,
Yes.
and his helmet's a German helmet.
Of course.
I know that. So probably a German U-boat.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Now, does anybody know the policy that this guy represents Kaiser Wilhelm II? He was a German leader during the years of I believe from the 1890s to 1918 when he was exiled into Denmark, or the Netherlands, I believe. Does anybody know what policy he had towards the United States and their trade?
Basically, he didn't care as long when they came into if America came into the German waters, he would just take out their ships. Right?
Exactly. So he believed that any ship that went into Europe for either trade or resources, they were an enemy ship, enemy of Europe, enemy of Germany itself. And he wanted to make sure that the Allies didn't have any type of help from the Western Hemisphere. If you go to the third cartoon, you see a picture of President Woodrow Wilson. Now, remember, I said the U.S. entry to World War I was very important. What do you think this exactly represents?
What's it called? The
Lusitania.
Lusitania.
Good.
Yeah.
That was a ship that a German U-boat actually hit, and it killed 168 Americans actually. And after that, that enraged Americans, and they pushed towards war because they felt that that was very unjust, that they were in a stance of neutrality, but yet they were still attacked. Now, question.
I was going off of what Mr. Fritsch said about the illegal journalism.
Yes?
Could the American ships being sunk, like the newspaper articles, infuriate the people enough where they...
Exactly. It actually did just that. It actually, people began to protest, and it was like an outcry for Wilson to be pushed into the war. And eventually, Wilson had no choice but go to Congress and actually declare war on Germany and its allies. The last and final image... Yes. Question.
Is a number crossed out here? Was he supposed to like go on a certain day and then he crossed it and made it 2? Or am I just imagining?
Got that.
Looks like it says
Got
16.
that.
And
Actually,
then it's crossed
I-
out to 2.
Got that.
I'm not quite sure about that. Good question. Actually, yes.
I think it could represent, like how you were saying before, how it pushed America into war. Everyone was like, all right, April 16th. But then once the Lusitania happened, cross that off the second.
And it
we're going in
advanced it. Yes. Very good.
Gotcha.
Very good.
there. I got it.
The third is a picture actually of Europe at 1914 before the U.S. entered, and as you can see, North America as United States was actually completely neutral compared to Europe, which was all over in war. And by 1917, the amount of U.S. loans for the Allies was $2.5 billion compared to the Central Powers, which they only loaned $27 million. As you can see, money did play, financial importance was actually key in this war for the United States. Any questions? Questions?
So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
is that the list of-
You can keep the picture, by the way. That might come
Okay.
to you. And Andy to one of your.
Thanks for the present.
You're welcome.
So who's facilitating for Jerry? You're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing
Are you guys rotating these reels out? give quorum.
Alright, so I'll just start off with one feedback, and what I put during this lesson, I really liked the hook, and I like that he started off with visuals and he kept the students guessing, and really like he admired and considered each of everyone's thoughts. No matter if it was correct or wasn't correct, or like the student was almost like getting there, he was like, great, like good answer, good answer. I thought that was good. And I also liked, one more thing, sorry, that the hook with the pictures was kind of also the lesson itself, and I thought that was interesting.
Exactly what she said.
yeah. It was a great